This episode is brought to you by Accenture. When your advertising operations fall out of sync, everything else follows. Spotify and Accenture are working together to reinvent the rhythm of ad sales, using automation, analytics, and smarter workflows to simplify campaign delivery and access better data across the business. The result? Less time spent on operations, more time connecting brands with the moments and fandoms that matter most. Learn more at accenture.com/Spotify.
This episode is brought to you by Google Chrome. You think you know a browser, but Gemini and Chrome? That's new. It can help you with practically anything on the web, like restoring a vintage motorcycle from a 50-page restoration blog, or finally break down that long article you've had open for weeks. Gemini and Chrome is here for it. Ready to make anything online make sense? There's no place like Chrome. Check responses, setup required, compatibility and availability varies, 18+.
When you need to build up your team to handle the growing chaos at work, use Indeed Sponsored Jobs. It gives your job post the boost it needs to be seen and helps reach people with the right skills, certifications, and more. Spend less time searching and more time actually interviewing candidates who check all your boxes. Listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. That's Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Need a hiring hero? This is a job for Indeed Sponsored Jobs.
To the Animation Addicts Podcast, episode 374, recapping the D23 2026 Entertainment Showcase. Disney, Pixar, live-action remakes, and more. Hey guys, this is Morgan Stradling. Just a little intro before we get into the episode. So what you're about to hear is a live stream that Chelsea and I did on Saturday, immediately following the D23 2026 Entertainment Showcase. This was on Friday. This was the first day of the 2026 D23, which is the ultimate fan event that Disney does every 2 years. We weren't initially going to cover this, but then there were so many good things that we hopped on a live stream. And of course, anytime you try to do anything time sensitive with technology, you have issues. So we did have some tech problems and we ended up starting our live stream about an hour later than we initially intended, but that's okay. Now, we did do this on video, so we are going to be referencing a lot of videos and photos and still shots. So if you would prefer to watch the video version of this, I will include this in the show notes. And you can also find that on the live stream section of our YouTube channel by going to rotoscopers.com/livestream. This was a really fun, impromptu first glance at a lot of these projects for us, and it was great to talk about it with Chelsea. So without further ado, on to the D23 Entertainment Showcase.
This episode is brought to you by Accenture. When your advertising operations fall out of sync, everything else follows. Spotify and Accenture are working together to reinvent the rhythm of ad sales, using automation, analytics, and smarter workflows to simplify campaign delivery and access better data across the business. The result? Less time spent on operations, more time connecting brands with the moments and fandoms that matter most. Learn more at accenture.com/Spotify.
This episode is brought to you by Google Chrome. You think you know a browser, but Gemini and Chrome? That's new. It can help you with practically anything on the web, like restoring a vintage motorcycle from a 50-page restoration blog, or finally break down that long article you've had open for weeks. Gemini and Chrome is here for it. Ready to make anything online make sense? There's no place like Chrome. Check responses, setup required, compatibility and availability varies, 18+.
When you need to build up your team to handle the growing chaos at work, use Indeed Sponsored Jobs. It gives your job post the boost it needs to be seen and helps reach people with the right skills, certifications, and more. Spend less time searching and more time actually interviewing candidates who check all your boxes. Listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. That's Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Need a hiring hero? This is a job for Indeed Sponsored Jobs.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to this live stream of the Rotoscopers. We are excited to get started with you today. I'm your host, Morgan Stradling, and I'm joined by my lovely co-host, Chelsea Robson. Say hello, hello.
Hello, hello. We made it, Morgan.
Man, sorry, about an hour late. We were just like, hey, let's hop on and let's talk D23, all of the announcements, all of the news, everything that's happening. And of course, technology decided to be really, really technology today. And so everything that couldn't work stopped working, right? So there we go.
Yeah. Well, I redecorated in my office, and I like had to move everything around. And by everything, I mean like everything. I had to unplug everything. And so in order to move everything. And so this meant that before the broadcast, I had to plug everything back in and make sure that it was working. And I'm still working on it, which is why I don't have a video, but it will come, I promise.
Hey, better late than never, right? Like we'll get there. We'll get Chelsea back on video soon. But the star of the show is all of the things that were announced at the D23 2026. I keep wanting to say the D23 Expo. I'm old school. Okay. D23 was the fan club, the official fan club of the Walt Disney Company. And then D23 Expo was the expo, the big fan convention. And now they've just kind of dropped the expo and it's just D23. It's the ultimate Disney fan event. So yeah, this is fun. You know, I used to go, and then I haven't been the past few years since I've had kids and whatnot. It's just kind of a little more complicated to go. And I will say, this is kind of the first year that I had a little bit of FOMO until I saw the lines. Those lines and those crowds of people. I was like, not really. So here we are. We are going to talk about it all on the show right now. So I pulled a little slideshow together of some of the highlights. And so what I'm going to be doing is we are strictly going to be talking Walt Disney Animation, Pixar, miscellaneous animation projects, some live action remake projects, and then miscellaneous like TV specials, live action, all of that. So we're not going to talk Lucasfilm. We're not going to talk Marvel. We're going to keep it condensed to like this little world of Disney. So with that, let's get started. Are you ready, Chelsea?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this isn't in the order that they were announced. This obviously this is from the Disney Entertainment panel that they just had the entertainment showcase, if you will. And so it was led off by Josh D'Amaro, who is now, since last time we had this, he is the new CEO of the Walt Disney Company. So we got Josh here kicking it off. They did have Mandy Moore, and they had like this fun little trailer that was happening, and then all of the Dancing with the Stars were there, which was pretty fun. So they did this big musical number, and I'm not going to show as many video here just because I don't want to risk getting like flagged or copyrighted or all of this. So yeah. But they had over 50 dancers. So go check that out. It was quite a show. So next, okay, so let's kick it off. We're going to be talking about Walt Disney Animation. And so the first thing that we're going to talk about, I tried to order these by most recent to come out / all the way down to future projects that maybe are just in development. So those will be like last one I'm talking about. So for Walt Disney Animation Studios, first up, we have Hexed. So Hexed is the newest one that's coming out this year. Hexed is coming out in November 2026. And so we've already had a trailer for this. We've seen the character designs. And so we are like on the finish line when it comes to Hexed. And so let's just show you, this is part of a little trailer that we got where they have, there's this little creature who is our main hero is going to interact with. And we have a villainess who looks so cunning. Oh. And we also got some fan, these are just the highlights, but we got this, I like this fan art, or this, not fan art, I like this art where there's these twins that are going to be, buddies with, it'll be interesting to see, are they going to have the exact same personality? Are they going to have this dichotomy of personality with them? I will say people are like, hit or miss on Hexed. I love the coloring. I love the purples. I love the pinks. I love the blacks. I like everything they're doing with the colors for Hexed. And so getting a little bit more excited for this one.
Yeah.
What about you?
So there's so many things in this that I'm wondering, like, okay, is this going to be a remake of this movie or of this movie? So there's a lot of witches movies, and they always come in threes, which is maybe more of a witch thing than I would, be aware of. I'm really not very aware of a witch culture, but it just looks like an interesting. Yeah, it just looks like an interesting something new. And I'm really glad that they're doing something new as opposed to all the other thirds that we're getting coming up.
Yeah, there was, people are kind of I've never seen this show, but it's called Owl House. It's kind of a similar sort of witchy, like sorcerer sort of show. And I saw a clip where someone asked Jared, the new studio head, hey, is this a knockoff or is this inspired by Owl House? And he's like, no, absolutely not. This is original. So there we go. So, I mean, which makes sense. I don't feel like Disney would like knock off something. Like, yes, actually.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Likes that. So we decided we'd do it better.
We did have lots of things like, yeah, especially if they're not already paying royalties on it. If they've already decided, yeah, we're remaking Hocus Pocus, there we go. But now, like, no, we don't want any more contract negotiations.
Right. So I'm trying to think real quick. I put an over here.
Foster is on here.
Yes. I'm trying to see if I have a new Hexed trailer that I could show real quick. Switch up my screen. Not super handy right now, so we're not going to do that. I have a few trailers we're going to show, but I don't have that one handy. We're already an hour late into this, so I don't have time to be pulling up. I think because what I did is I pulled up so many tabs all at once. I just was going through different articles. I was like, because I was going to do this in a web browser.
Oh.
Completely overloaded my computer because I had 40 tabs all opening up. And so don't do that. But all right. So the next thing that we have is Frozen 3. Oh, excuse me. I mixed this order up, but okay. Zootopia 3, since it's here, let's talk about it. This is just TBA. This is early in development. We don't know much about Frozen, about this. Jared Bush, they had a little sequence that they shared. And then we have, here's, kind of the view from the expo, what you were getting at. And yeah, so I mean, are we surprised?
We're getting birds next. Yay.
Yes, exactly. So the first one we had, what was the second one we had snakes. The second one we had what?
Well, the first one was
predators.
Mammals.
Yeah, like the predator dichotomy, the relationship between the predators and the prey. The second one we had snakes, and everyone really called this there's no birds in this. So the next one's what happened to the birds? Where are the birds?
Right.
And so obviously by the 3 logo with the beautiful orange, yellow feathers, we are getting some birds, which I like it. I feel like they've appropriately kind of tapered the different animal kingdoms. I mean, we haven't really done a lot. Fish could be next for 4.
Yeah.
So there's lots that you could do. We could do insects. The world's your oyster. So yeah, I mean, like I said, are we not surprised? It's the highest grossing animated film at the time, right? Has anything passed it? I don't think anything has passed it yet. But man, it is definitely, people
as far
love
as animated, I don't think so. But
yeah, China really loves Zootopia, so that's a big market for them. Just talking about Spider-Man Brand New Day that just came out. I mean, a big chunk of that revenue came from China. So when you can really hit a sweet spot with the Chinese market, it's like printing money.
Yes.
It's like printing my own
Get your bag.
money.
All right. Get your bag.
Yeah, exactly. So really not surprised with this, especially with the way that Walt Disney's Animation Studios is going, with Pixar as well. Very heavy on the sequels. They've created these properties, they've created these brands, and they just want to ride them until they can't anymore. For example, Moana. I think Moana, well, live action at least, we taking a break. Although we are getting a Moana 3. So we'll see after that if we get anything more. But they actually did not talk about Moana 3 in this at all. So
so that may mean something different.
There's not much to share. But Zootopia 3, there is something to share. All right.
Well, and I think bringing it up so close after the bomb that was the live action Moana would just be there. I think they're more like, just make them forget about it, memory hole that one, and then we'll come back. Like, hey, remember the other 2 Moanas that you liked?
So I'll share this little clip right here. I'm not going to share any. Well, maybe I'll share a little volume, a little sound. Can you hear it?
Yeah,
you can. Okay.
Hey, buddy,
here we go.
You gotta keep playing that all night? Leave her alone. She's proud of herself, but still seeks external validation. Oh, shut up. You shut up. You shut up. Hey, buddy, what's next for you two?
We're investigating a rabbit who strangled her neighbors.
You offended her. You offended her. Shut up.
Good night.
So, here it is. like you said, we got birds. Obviously, this is unofficial footage, so I'm really kind of pressing my luck here with putting it, I have so much PTSD from live streaming in the past and then just constantly getting flagged. So I muted the little end of that. But there you go. There we go. We got a little tease of Zootopia 3, all the people. We got a feather, and so fun stuff right there.
This episode is brought to you by Accenture. When your advertising operations fall out of sync, everything else follows. Spotify and Accenture are working together to reinvent the rhythm of ad sales, using automation, analytics, and smarter workflows to simplify campaign delivery and access better data across the business. The result? Less time spent on operations, more time connecting brands with the moments and fandoms that matter most. Learn more at accenture.com/Spotify.
This episode is brought to you by Google Chrome. You think you know a browser, but Gemini and Chrome? That's new. It can help you with practically anything on the web, like restoring a vintage motorcycle from a 50-page restoration blog, or finally break down that long article you've had open for weeks. Gemini and Chrome is here for it. Ready to make anything online make sense? There's no place like Chrome. Check responses, setup required, compatibility and availability varies, 18+.
Okay. Let's move on, shall we? We're going to go back to my little slideshow. If you are joining live, let us know in the comments what are you thinking so far. So while we're doing that, Jeremy says, I am so excited for Hexed after the drably animated Wish. This looks like far more competent storytelling. Yes, absolutely. Wish is the thing. I mean, it's sad what Wish was, especially for the 100th anniversary. It was supposed to be such a big thing, and it was far from that. So Chelsea, you read this next one while I pull up my screen.
From Jeremiah, I love Owl House 2. The magic is creative and the characters are lovable and distinct. The animation is lovely.
Mm-hmm. And then Lauren says, can't wait for Moana 3. So again, there is something for everyone here. So, all right, moving on next. We are talking Frozen 3. So it's been a while. Yeah. I'm surprised that it's been so the first one came out in
PTSD.
First one came out in 2013, second one 2019. And here we are getting the Frozen. I mean, this has been announced for a while, but it's coming out officially November 24th, 2027. So this will be next year's winter release. So a full 8 years after the first one. And we got our two soul sisters right here, Idina Menzel and Kristen Bell. They sang an exclusive song. And Josh Gad also sang a song. And yeah. Chelsea had thoughts about whenever they make appearances.
Every time they come out, they're like holding hands, and I just think it's weird. Like, what's the codependency here? And I'm just okay. I'm not going to say that I am anywhere close to an Idina Menzel as far as a performance artist of any kind, but at the same time, I'm like, I know these women are confident enough to not need each other like this. Is this part of the gig? Is this part of the sisterhood of there has to be some reason why they're okay, you're going to go out holding hands and it's just, I don't know.
It's kind of like the Ariana Grande, weird. Cynthia Erivo thing where they were just all on each other during the press tour. It's we love each other so much. But this, I do believe that they are genuinely friends. But
I do. I don't doubt that they are genuinely
But it's like the sisterhood. We're together. We're sisters in cartoon.
I know, but I don't hold my sister's hand. These are
What's wrong with you?
These are not things that I do. I love my sister, but it's I'll hold Marissa's hand, but that's, I feel like that's different. My oldest sister and I, we're just I've held her hand, but it's not I don't know. It just comes out and it just feels like a show in and of itself. And it's just weird. I said what I said.
Okay. Chelsea does not like the hand holding of the Arundel sisters. Moving on. Okay, so at D23, they obviously have some of these cutouts, not cutouts, these kind of life-size. So this is the new look that we're getting of Anna and Elsa. So it's initially these came out because they were on the floor, and people were like, first look of Anna and Elsa in Frozen 3. And I was like, But that's not Frozen 3. Like, I get that what they're implying. Like, these are what they look like. These are the clothes, but this isn't the actual still. This isn't a trailer, which we will get to. So they also, this one cracked me up. Then they have the Olaf. I swear, they just keep this Olaf statue in storage. Yes. I have seen that exact pose for years. They know people love him. And then poor Kristoff and Sven, they don't even get a 3D rendering. They just get the cardboard cutout.
We're not going to pay you that much.
It's a wedding, so they're finally, the proposal was in the last one.
Married.
Finally getting married. They are following the Aladdin 3 formula.
Oh, is there going to be on the back
Kristoff's
of a giant
dad?
turtle?
Kristoff's dad is going to make an appearance, and he's going to be super hot. Yes. Okay.
Give something for the moms. Okay, I like it.
I love it. Yep. Please do. Disney, I know this comes out in here. You have time to rework the plot and add in Kristoff's dad.
Like Kristoff's dad, make him super hot, a la Aladdin's dad. Kazim? Yes. No, I need that to be a thing.
So people are speculating that this is going to be we got our winter movie, we got our fall movie in the last one, and we're getting a little hint of spring, which we did get Frozen Fever, which kind of was a spring short, but you can see that on the detailing, we're getting a lot more floral. We're getting some of these, like the trees in the background look like they're getting ready to bloom, like spring is upon us. So little hints maybe that we're going to be getting there. And okay, so here are a few of the stills. I'm going to show us a clip from it in a second, but for the first time ever, I feel like we're getting a pink dress, like Elsa. She's done her color palette. She's done her color analysis, and she's like, wow, I can add in these colors into my wardrobe, which is nice, mixing it up. And we know that the costume designers and the visual development people at Disney, like Brittany Lee and all of them, they love to create really beautiful wardrobe for these women. So
and then also to be like, I always wanted to be a Vogue fashion designer or something, and then be like, guess what? Now I get to design these outfits in a movie, which then become little girls' outfits.
Okay, so speaking of that, I mean, here we have Anna in her wedding dress. We have Kristoff in his little tux sort of thing. And so I think the reason we're in pink is because obviously Elsa is the maid of honor. And hey, I don't wear pink. Well, you're going to wear pink for me. I know they're going to have some sort of line for that, right?
Yes.
Let's switch real quick and go to... I have a little snippet. So surprisingly, Disney was not as strict as they normally are with recording. Like before, they would be like checking bags and you could never have a phone. Right. There is so much footage available here that we are getting a lot of sneak peeks that they haven't, which is weird. It's like, if you're going to let people record it, and obviously it's for like the social media, it's for the reels, it's for the Instagram, it's for all of that. It's like all the buzz. Yes. I think they've realized that if we're going to show this to a subset of people, like just let them broadcast it to the world because they can amplify their message so much more. Right. And so, but at the same time, can you at least upload the high quality footage after the fact for everyone just to access?
Yeah. Like, why can't they just like do a relaunch of it? Yeah. I mean, there were some videos, some accounts that were posting different things. Mm-hmm. And for example, there was a video put out by Hugh Jackman that is him talking to Ryan Reynolds a la Deadpool, trying to like talk about, hey, can you get us into the Avengers movies as well? And which it sounded like they were talking to people at D23, like, but I don't know if this was actually broadcasted in there. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if this is just them putting it out there, or if this was, I feel like it would have been. Mm-hmm. I don't feel like they would have done this without doing that. I don't know.
Gotcha.
It just seems like or they're just trying to push another Deadpool off of the big hype of the weekend. I don't know, but a lot of people are posting things.
Yeah.
And so it's like, there's definitely trying to raise the awareness of the Disney brand.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, yeah, they do a few things at Comic-Con, but a lot they hold back for this.
Yes.
So, okay, so I'm going to show this trailer, and I'm going to kind of mute it from here, like at different points. So if you're like, I can't hear, it's because I'm purposely muting it to avoid copyright strikes. So, and then if you're watching the replay of this later and parts are missing, I had to cut it and trim it. So, ready, set, go.
It's a beautiful castle.
Mm-hmm.
Like it looks like a gingerbread castle.
I've seen that little like dock before.
What dock?
The dock that she's standing on in the second movie. I feel like she was kind of hanging out around there. Oh,
I found them!
It turned into a crystal. Oh, she left. Okay.
Okay, what do you need, sis?
Oh.
I mean, this seems like it's after the wedding anyway, because Olaf was like, "Oh, they were doing mouth to mouth."
Oh.
Is our wedding being crashed? We're about to find out.
Elsa, she's just like, let's go. I cannot resist the siren call. It's a snowflake that's flying. I must follow.
I must follow.
Plain faces. All right, that's fine. I'll just get caught on everything and possibly die, and everyone will laugh at me, and that'll be, oh, thank you, Sven. At least the reindeer pays attention.
Okay, I have a comment on this.
I feel bad every time they like throw him under the bus like that. Just like,
can he do anything right?
yeah, like why are you going for him?
I have a bouquet. I'm gonna.
Oh, he's
I'm
gonna
gonna marry the next person I meet.
her cute dress.
It is very
gallant and the floral.
It reminds me of the live action Cinderella wedding dress, which I love.
Okay, and so look at this, Chelsea. Who is appearing on the horizon?
I mean, is this
The Northern Lights Dragon, the famous Sisters of Arendelle.
a villain with powers? See,
It's very much giving the original Snow Queen concept art, like Frozen, before it became Frozen. Remember the pictures of the villainess that Elsa was supposed to be? There we go.
Yes.
So there is that.
man, that takes me back.
Yeah.
Thinking about the original story of what Frozen was supposed to be, man. How many years ago was this? A lot.
Yeah.
Not that much. It was yesterday. It was fine.
Yeah, I'm going
so
back to
okay. It was also giving a lot of Hela from what is it called? From Thor.
Hela?
From Thor. The third Thor.
Mhm.
Not Love and Thunder, the one before that, Ragnarok. And it's his sister or whatever, and she comes out and she's like super evil, but like lovely doing so.
Uh-huh.
What is her name that always does that? And then she was also the stepmother in Cinderella, but she like had the best clothes. Oh, she just the best of all, and you just love her for her evilness. Evelyn could have been so much cooler too, but anyway, that's my we're gonna keep going here. Anyway,
Okay.
What are my thoughts about this? The only thing that I dislike really is knowing how little planning actually went into the first one, or not to the first one, to the second one. And because it was like all thrown together, it just makes me feel like everything is going to be thrown together. Like I love, if you're going to do a trilogy, I would like it to have something in mind from the beginning. And I guess you could say, oh, this was where it came from in the beginning, where no, this was not the story from the beginning. This is an adaptation of, old character designs that we want to redo and throw back in here because we liked them. Okay, great. I just wish for all of these that it had been an overarching actual trilogy. If if you're looking at Star Wars was a full-on trilogy.
Yeah.
And
well, it's hard when you're coming up with these original properties. You kind of think of them as a stand. Like most of the time, they're thinking of them. It's the studio. It's not like a director like Star Wars or Lucas is like, okay, this is the vision I have for these 3 movies. It's like, okay, here's your one film. And so it's hard to plan that far out because you're just trying to get your deadline done for the one. But I think it would have benefited so much more by having a grand design.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So I will say it really bothers me in this scene right here that I have on screen. Just like we kind of mentioned that it's very pixelated, but just they love to tear Kristoff down. I mean,
they love it.
Like he is the punching bag for these women. Like they are the stars and they can do no wrong. Like so to go back, she's kind of saying, "Okay, let's go. Like they're gonna follow Elsa, and can someone get my bustle?" And like no one's doing it. She's like, silence as usual. And then finally Sven picks it up and she's like, oh, good. At least somebody listens. And it's like, I understand why they're doing it. They want to show like, hey, marriage bliss, like, oh crap, like the honeymoon period's already over. It's still the wedding night. And they're already kind of like having these fights. And so I anticipate by the end of the movie, we're going to get them like overcome these differences or the problems that like happen in marriage, like the communication problems.
Right.
And like he's probably doing his best. It's just a misunderstanding, probably
He's
both
always
ways.
been doing
And she's
his
very
best.
headstrong.
Like, yeah.
So,
and if they use this as a way to like, hey guys, this is a great way to resolve your own conflict and actually, but the thing is like they won't show her as being wrong ever. And I feel like that's a major letdown because in every story, in my own story, I have to look at the places where I am wrong and admit, nope, I was wrong there and I need to get better and I need to overcome this weakness that I have that tends to do this. Mm-hmm. Like, for example, there was a time where I would go into like these super passive aggressive modes and actually this is interesting.
Well, we have a lot of other movies to talk about, Chelsea.
I know, but this is a funny thing. So I was on Twitter this is 2012, 2013 or so, like right before Frozen came out, and it was like during the time period where everyone was like, we were still doing Frozen Fridays, and it was like in the build up toward the release, and like there were a lot of these. Like a lot of the creators from the film were actually like following us on Twitter and stuff. And like we were having conversations. I know. It was like, whoa.
The internet was so much smaller back then.
No, yeah. Like no. Yeah, it was a very small world. But at that time, so I was supposed to put out a video and then I just posted something. I'm like, I'm sorry guys, I should have put out a video today, but I did. And then this happened and whatever. And then one of the creators on the movie like totally points it out. It was like, passive aggressive much. And I was like, oh, you're right. It was this like moment of like, I do this a lot. Oh no. Like, and so that's the connection. Like,
and typically Disney heroines in this like modern era, they don't necessarily see, at least what we've seen, a lot of them don't really have that moment of reflection of like, I'm in the wrong. Like I need to work on me. So I would hope maybe like we're going to learn our lessons and we're going to have a little bit more well-rounded characters. We shall see. Frozen 3. I mean, Frozen 2 was such a disappointment. Frozen 3. I mean, we have 3 and 4. Remember, this isn't the end. We have another one after this, but I'm loving the villain. I was going to pull up a video of her, but I couldn't. Again, we were an hour late. So I just love the spikiness that has to do with like the frosty and the crystals. And it feels very Frozen 1.0 that never was, right? That they're like bringing that back. So I like that. So let's jump into Pixar now. So, before we do, yes. Samantha. So it appears that that Olaf is going to have a love interest. So Josh Gad did sing a song while, at this panel, and we get to see a little bit of him and his Samantha. That I don't know if this is like a dream sequence, someone that he's wanting to be, or if Elsa is going to create life again, as she did in her Elsa 1.0 era, which we have not seen her really do since. She kind of learned her lesson. Like creating life maybe too big of a responsibility for a little snow queen like me.
Olaf and Marshmallow, both of them.
Those are the two. Well, and all the Snokies. Remember that? Yeah. Oh, never mind. She's done this hundreds of times. So it'll be interesting to see where that one goes. Okay.
This episode is brought to you by Accenture. When your advertising operations fall out of sync, everything else follows. Spotify and Accenture are working together to reinvent the rhythm of ad sales, using automation, analytics, and smarter workflows to simplify campaign delivery and access better data across the business. The result? Less time spent on operations, more time connecting brands with the moments and fandoms that matter most. Learn more at accenture.com/Spotify.
This episode is brought to you by Google Chrome. You think you know a browser, but Gemini and Chrome? That's new. It can help you with practically anything on the web, like restoring a vintage motorcycle from a 50-page restoration blog, or finally break down that long article you've had open for weeks. Gemini and Chrome is here for it. Ready to make anything online make sense? There's no place like Chrome. Check responses, setup required, compatibility and availability varies, 18+.
Next up, this is an original concept called Clay. And I'll kind of give you a little heads up on kind of look like this. It's giving definitely this pose reaching. It's giving gigantic vibes. Remember the Jack and the Beanstalk film that was going to be, and we were so excited for it, and it got shelved permanently. So that one never happened. But I'm going to give you a little synopsis about this. I'm going to pull up. I think I have it right here. Pixar. No. While we're doing that, Clay. Okay, let me read you. We got a little bit from here. This is from the press release. It says, let's see. Jared Bush next revealed the production is underway on an all-new original feature from Walt Disney Animation Studios called Clay. This is the working title. And that Academy Award winner Kieran Culkin will star as the leading role and voice of Flip. So that's Flip right here.
Okay.
So this is the exclusive concept art. So obviously it's so early in development. We don't have any sort of like teaser trailer or any like snippet, but it says it's an original animated adventure that is set in a magical forest full of fantastical creatures. Maybe a little bit like trolls, when the rebellious misfit Flip is unwillingly chosen during a yearly ritual to mentor a young, impressionable ball of clay named Mushy. The unlikely duo is swept into a chaotic, funny, and ultimately life-changing adventure. It's directed by Fawn Verashoonthorn, who is doing Hexed and Lilo and Scratch. What's Lilo and Scratch? That's what it has. And then also Peter Del Vecchio is going to produce. He's a good old timer for Disney. He's done quite a bit. It's expected to come exclusively in theaters 2028. So this is kind of all that we're getting right now. So this is going to be Kieran Culkin's character right here. And what a concept. I mean, like you have this ball of clay that turns into a little creature, and now you have to mentor it, and then you go off on a little journey. So I like it. It's something new. It's something exciting. It's fresh. It's not a sequel, so I'm not gonna, get mad about it. Like there's nothing to get mad about this. Yeah.
Love it.
Okay, so Peter Pan. All right, let's look at next on my list. So going now that we are done with Disney, we're gonna head over to Pixar. So let's talk The Incredibles 3. This is actually, this is a little slightly out of order, but Gato's the next one, then Ghost Market, which we'll talk about, Incredibles 3, and then Coco. But I have these in a crazy order, so we're just going to do it. So obviously, the first movie talked about Mr. Parr, what's his name? Bob Parr. Bob Parr, yeah. His struggles, being the patriarch of the family and kind of like doing all that. Then the other one focused on the mom, and this one's going to focus on the children. Now, we know that Brad Bird is exclusively going to be doing the script for this. He has great scripts. He's very tight with his scripts and his storyboards. Famously, I remember going to Pixar, and they had, at the time on a wall, they had the different number, like the movie title and then the number of storyboards. It must have been outside of the storyboard department or whatnot. And it just showed like the number, like 30,000, 20,000, and both of Brad Bird's ridiculously low. Like the number of storyboards that he needs to like work his film and get it ready to go. It was very notably less. Anyways, that's a fun little tidbit. But yeah, so he's coming back. We obviously know that this summer he's doing, or this winter he's doing Ray Gun for Skydance, Animation, and Netflix. But he has found some time and obviously probably a pretty good paycheck to come back for The Incredibles 3. This is going to focus on the children, but notably they are not going to be aged up, which I think some people are disappointed. People maybe wanted to see, Violet is this preteen, maybe want to see her a little older, Dash a little older. It'd be really cool to see Jack as an older like kid, but we're not going to get that. And so if you have any thoughts, I'll pull up maybe a little.
I mean, I guess it's easy enough to get a bunch of content or ideas from the fact that Jack is like the super baby and doesn't know how to control anything. And so now a part of the problem, I guess, or even like part of the process of becoming a family of supers is to be able to control the baby. So he's as much of a cause of nuisance as he is a help, I would assume. Yeah.
In the press release, it's not showing this, but basically they're going to have to contend with the idea that not all supers are good, that people aren't always using their powers for good, that there are bad supers and there are good supers. And so that's really what we're going to be getting for that one. Let's see if we got
Where is my super suit?
I hope he comes back. So next up we have Coco, which who doesn't love a good Coco? I mean, this was really like a pinnacle Pixar film. They're getting a ride at Disneyland in California Adventure that's going to be Coco themed. And so we got to talk about, I've zoomed it in too much. It won't let me progress to the next one. Wow. So speaking of aging up, we have Miguel who has aged up, and man, does he have the haircut that all the Zoomers have right now. We got the fade, and this has taken the internet by storm. Some people are loving this haircut and others are really hating on the haircut, but like, what can you do? He's a young kid. So it just really feels very fresh and modern. Which I know that this wasn't like a modern film. Like it has like TV and like the 50s, it's like black and white and whatnot. It was like more of a modern day setting, but just like, this is like really real. But yeah, he's
like 60s or when was
No. I mean, I think I remember like his father and the television show, right, was kind of like this black and white series. And so we imagine that it was like, like 50 years later that we're going to see that. So yeah, so that's the concept art. And we got another little picture that he's going to kind of reunite somehow with Mama Coco. And with that, I'll read you a little bit. So Pete Docter was the one who kind of took over for the Pixar portion of this. We got new concept art, which we talked about him as a teenager, and Benjamin Bratt, who's the voice of Ernesto de la Cruz, which they confirmed that he is going to be coming back as the villain for the second one. So it's going to result in a life-changing return trip to the land of the dead for Miguel. So he's going back to the land of the dead, and then he'll be able to see Mama Coco in her cute little skeleton form. I love it. So yeah, I mean, it's a sequel. It seems very similar premise to the original. We're bringing back the same villain. Pixar usually doesn't bring back villains that are returning. We kind of usually have newer villains for Pixar films if they're going to be doing some sort of sequel. But the fact that we have this, I mean, it again, this one.
I mean, he was already dead, so it's like, how many times can you die another day? You know, like,
hey,
you can't really kill him.
Could he? I don't know. We will find out.
Well, that's not true, because there is the moment where everybody forgets about you. And then that's when you
that's when you truly fade away. So this one is November 2029. Okay, and so what I'm going to do for this next one, we're going to talk about Gato because this is the most recent one coming up next. So Gato is going to be coming out March 5th, 2027. So this is kind of in the Hoppers spot that we had this year. We're going to have another Pixar film coming out that time. It's Gato. We've seen the trailer for this, or like a very small teaser trailer. It's about this black cat that lives in Venice, and he kind of works under this mob boss of cats. And yeah, let's see if I have a little snippet about this. And a scrappy black cat, Nero.
You can't go wrong with the mob throwing them in, you know?
Right, yeah. He's a scrappy black cat named Nero. He's voiced by Mark Ruffalo. He begins to question whether he's lived the right lives after years of maneuvering the canal-ridden, superstitious city of Venice, Italy. So they're very superstitious of the black cat, and he's a black cat. Indebted to Rocco, voiced by Lawrence Fishburne, the ruthless local feline mob boss, Nero finds himself in a quandary and is forced to forge a truly unexpected friendship that may finally lead him on his purpose, unless Venice gets the better of him first. So is this going to be him trying to escape the mob boss? Like you can't ever leave the gang, or you can't ever leave the mob, right? And so he's going to have this unlikely friendship. They love this. This is a very common trope in films where you have to two people from different backgrounds come together. So there we go.
I do like the animation style of this. It looks very fun.
Yeah. Let's see. Do I have a clip of this that I pulled? I don't think so. Zootopia I can close. Frozen 3 I can close. Nope, I don't have one for this. But yeah, I mean, so this is kind of seems true to form. It's very, very unfortunate that this happens to be coming out very much right after Flo, which was a similar black cat that was very, very successful. It seems, at first glance, it seems very derivative, but obviously they're going a totally different direction with this. So excited for that one.
I mean, Flo was just, there was no talking in Flo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, the people are saying, "Oh, black cat." So I forgot to show. I'm adding this to my little. Everyone's seeing me work in real time as I'm trying to make this happen. And then I think I do have a clip of this one. So let's go back. So the next one coming up is Ghost Market. And initially, when I saw this, I thought, "Oh, Disney, Pixar, they cannot escape how popular horror is. The horror genre is just on fire right now. It is where you want to be." And so they are dipping their toes into horror for kids, which will be very, very interesting. That's a great way for you to like pitch people to see the movie, like families, like it's horror for kids. What?
I mean, here's the thing.
Obviously, it's Pixar.
Don Bluth did it first. Like every movie he did from the beginning, like specifically Secret of NIMH, I'm thinking of is just like, it's super dark and just different and cool, but it's like, can anybody outdo Secret of NIMH? I don't know. I don't think so. And we're not even gonna let them try. No. But we'll see what they do.
Yeah. So I want to show you this because I thought that the way that they did this was really fun. So let me just read it to you real fast. So this is obviously brand new original film titled Ghost Market. And the clip that's shown, which we're going to watch, introduces audiences to Ono Market, a little plate lunch shop hidden away in the remote location of Oahu's North Shore that serves lost spirits stuck between life and death. The living have never set foot in this place until a fast-talking kid named Kyle blunders in and finds himself on an unexpected supernatural adventure. And so it's going to be directed by Trevor Jimenez and Jesse Andrews of Hoppers. So there we go. And I want to show this clip because it's really fun. So I wish they'd let you have like two different screens like that you could, but let's see if this is the one that I am wanting to do. Oh no. Am I showing it? Okay, I'm showing it. Okay, let me know if you can hear it. Very excited, unfortunately. And of course, I'm going to mute occasionally as needed. Remember, humans have never stepped foot here.
1, 2, or 3.
Gonna just mute it. That's too much ambiance.
It's horror.
Oh. Lots of laughing in the audience.
Yeah.
They are lapping it up. clip right here.
Basically, a movie about hungry ghosts. A lot of crazy stuff happens. It's good. You'll like it. So it's not like some of those old scary movies where you're like, well, I have nightmares about that for the rest of my life. Oh no, it's back.
Thank you.
Okay. That was probably my favorite clip. I love
nice.
the clip of him just like talking to the phone, like basically pitching you in the audience, like you're gonna love it. It's about this. Like, I thought that was really clever and fun way to introduce that. So yeah, Ghost Market. I'm very encouraged. I mean, we say horror, but really think of things like, in my mind, I think it's going to be spooky, more like Casper or Hocus Pocus, like down that vein. But yeah, I mean, horror is.
This won't be a movie for little Peter.
No, he does not like the spookiness at all. He will not be attending. Although, when does this one come out? What do we got? I think this one is March 2028. So Pixar's really liking this March release date for some of their films. I think that, let's see. Yeah, their big tentpole ones, for example, Incredibles 3, they are putting those in the summer. And these newer concepts, original concepts, it seems that they are more careful, just not being as... They're being a little more conservative, putting them in the spring break March time. So, all right. So that's all we have for that. So now I'm moving into the topic of miscellaneous animation. Let's take a little break. Anyone in the comments, we're going to talk about let's read some of these comments as we've been going on. So going back to here, we'll go right here. And then Jeremiah says, the premise of Clay is odd. I need to know more before I can be especially excited. He says, taking care of a baby made of clay. It's a little random. Yeah, it's interesting. But I mean, sometimes those are the best films with the most obscure, strange, out there premise, right? Lauren says, I'm excited for Gato, Ghost Market, and Coco 2. Nice. Talking about Incredibles 3, Jeremiah says, I'm glad it will focus on Dash and Violet. Mm-hmm. And then otherwise, the news was fairly unsuper. They say Mr. Incredible will be feeling washed out. Why isn't it possible for an Incredibles movie not to put Mr. Incredible through a personal crisis? Yes, thank you.
Yes. It's like Thor. Every movie is a personal crisis for him too. Like,
I know, and he's so capable and so strong. And it's just we gotta tear him down. We gotta tear him down so he can work his way back up. I'm really glad that Jeremiah mentioned this because I was thinking the same thing, that like, does he have to, it feels very Cars 3 where it's like, time to hang up the cape, let a new generation of supers, like, your time is done, old timer, get out of here. So I'm hoping that's not it. I'm hoping because he's super, he can have sort of this longevity of a life and career, but we'll see. We'll let Brad Bird surprise us. So let's see. Speaking of, Jeremiah says the Gato teaser started out intense, then became a series of easy gags. Not a terrible teaser at all, but it didn't really establish much. That was the initial, like you're talking the initial trailer, teaser trailer. Yeah, the initial teaser trailer. I remember thinking like, okay, but it's warming up to me, or I'm warming up to it. Let's see. And then, okay, speaking of Ghost Market looks amazing. I love a movie set in Hawaii, and the market is Hawaiian for delicious, and meaning, and then she also says the market name in Ghost Market means delicious in Hawaiian. Okay. So the Ono, like noodle shop or whatever that's called. Okay, cool.
I was just thinking Uno, like number one in Spanish. So I wasn't sure what that was.
Uno, or is it, I think it's called Ono, right? We have a place here in town called Ono Hawaiian Barbecue. Are they going to get a cease and desist from Ono Market? Yeah, it's called Ono Hawaiian Barbecue. Well, at least they got their trademark first. So hopefully it's very delicious and one of my favorite places to go. So
this episode is brought to you by Accenture. When your advertising operations fall out of sync, everything else follows. Spotify and Accenture are working together to reinvent the rhythm of ad sales, using automation, analytics, and smarter workflows to simplify campaign delivery and access better data across the business. The result? Less time spent on operations, more time connecting brands with the moments and fandoms that matter most. Learn more at accenture.com/Spotify.
This episode is brought to you by Google Chrome. You think you know a browser, but Gemini and Chrome? That's new. It can help you with practically anything on the web, like restoring a vintage motorcycle from a 50-page restoration blog, or finally break down that long article you've had open for weeks. Gemini and Chrome is here for it. Ready to make anything online make sense? There's no place like Chrome. Check responses, setup required, compatibility and availability varies, 18+.
Okay, let's move on to our miscellaneous animation section. So we're coming back. It's been nearly 20 years. Let's see, it'll be 19 years. The original Simpsons movie came out in 2008, and September 3rd, 2027, we are getting the new Simpsons movie, which this is such a pet peeve. I hate when they do this. This reminds me of new iPad all over again. So they had the iPad 1, they had the iPad 2, and then the iPhones, followed this nomenclature of having like iPhone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. And then suddenly for the iPad 3, they just decided to call it the new iPad. But that's the most short-term thinking ever, because down the road you're going to have another one.
Right.
And so the new will become the old, and I think it's dumb. I think it's stupid. Call it something else. But at least we got the cute donut in the logo. That's all we got. We only have this one.
It's iconic.
Yeah, except for who's watching Simpsons anymore? Like, I call myself a Simpsons fan, but very exclusively seasons 1 through 10.
Yeah.
Maybe 11 through 15 that I enjoy the episodes of, but I am still so shocked that it's still running, it's still airing, it's still broadcasting, but who is watching The Simpsons nowadays, let alone watch the movie? Not me. And I generally am favorable to The Simpsons, even though I kind of ignore their existence right now.
I've ignored it for the last 10, 15 years.
Right.
Yeah. So it's like I don't have any desire to see this. I mean, it's not that I'm like, I don't have any desire to see this. It's just more like, no one's asking for this.
Yeah. So there we go. Let's mosey on, shall we? Then we got the Bluey movie, which this was announced a while ago. And the problem that I find with these movies that come on successful TV shows, they always feel so late that they, for example, the My Little Pony movie, it felt like it missed the boat by 3 years, which I get because you're trying to ramp up the TV series. And by the time that hits full stride, I mean, then you're like, let's greenlight a movie. And then the movie process takes so long. But here's the problem I have with this one, and a lot of other people as well. I mean, Bluey is so successful. It's the number one thing on Disney Plus that's being streamed, and it's just a gold mine. Disney wishes that they didn't have to license that property, that they owned this property. If they could go back in time and invent Bluey, they wish that they had done that. And part of their original contract is that they didn't have the theme park rights. They were like, nah, we're good. And then they had to pay a pretty penny to get those. So now the Bluey characters are in the theme parks and on cruise ships and whatnot. But what do you notice? You're not a Bluey watcher, Chelsea, but do you notice anything?
Episodes.
Do you know anything about this look?
No.
Well, it's CGI.
Yes.
So let's go to the little teaser trailer that they have and give you a feel for what this looks like in... Oh, do I have this here? Oh, I closed it. Okay, let me change this real quick. D23.
I just remember Bluey moved or something like that. And so
the very end was this long episode. Mm-hmm.
And so now that's done. And so now they're going to throw in a movie. Okay. But yeah, the creators. Do we know who's is it the same creators?
It's the same. Well, I mean, yeah. So if I recall, the original team were just so burnt out on Bluey that they're like, we're kind of done with Bluey for a while. We know how successful it is and we're happy with what we've been able to produce, but we're taking a break. And then the movie was announced, and this is maybe like a year later that this is coming out. But the animation is totally different. So let's watch this. And, I'm going to unmute as I always do.
It's a long note.
That is quite a long note for this balloon. That is very reminiscent of the first episode, Keepy Uppy. In the audience here at D23, they had giant red balloons that they were playing beach ball with, which was really fun. It was so very on brand. Of course that I unmuted right at the screaming.
touch the ground!
Anyone who ever played with a balloon outside as a child has experienced you cannot let it ever touch the ground because it would pop. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. So what do you think about the CGI characters there?
I have no major feelings. So, like, the interesting thing is the actual cartoon, dogs will actually watch it. And I heard it was because they actually made the color scheme in colors that dogs can see.
Mm-hmm.
And my cousin had a dog, Griffin has a dog, and Griffin will sit and watch Bluey.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, I mean, Montana never cared about anything, so she was just like, whatever. But I've seen dogs that actually watch this, and so I just want to know, will a dog continue to watch this if they're going to change something?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's kind of harder to take your dog to the theater.
Yeah.
I'm not loving the CGI. Why mess with something that works, something that's good? I feel like it's so iconic. I think I do have a side by side. It's kind of blurry, but to kind of, it's just, it works so well. And it's been imitated many times, this art style and these colors and this premise in a way, and no one can replicate it. And then here we are. It kind of gives the Peanuts movie, where it's these characters that you're so used to seeing in 2D and you're transforming them. And for what reason? I don't think people were clamoring for these characters to be updated. It's not like it was old technology and old systems. Like, well, we can't recreate it. The team exists. Like, very easily the processes to create this exist. And it seems like, so this one's coming out in August 6th, 2027. And I feel like the whole transition to CGI probably delayed this much longer than we needed it to. If we just would have kept it as is, people would have shown up, you would have saved a lot more costs, and everyone would have been happy. Like, it just feels very gimmicky.
I can hear somebody in some boardroom somewhere saying that it doesn't seem like a movie, a theatrical release, and so we have to make it look and feel like it would be a movie that would come out. Like, it wouldn't be enough. That's what I hear in my head.
Mm-hmm. Gotta love the suits.
Yeah.
With their opinions, All righty. Let's move on to the next one. Did you know they're still making Ice Age movies? This one has been announced many times in previous D23s. It's like a running joke that we're getting Ice Age Boiling Point. But we have a date now, February 5th, 2027. So this is like 6 months from now, we're going to be getting this. And there's Queen Latifah. I was like, at first I'm like, why is Queen Latifah? Oh yeah. This franchise is so old. It's from back when Queen Latifah was really relevant as an actress, but she's back and she's looking great. And Dennis back. Leary is right next to her.
In mammoth form.
Yeah. I'm assuming Ray Romano's coming back, but we got a little, Scrat and a little pal right there. So yeah, I mean, it's really sad for me because I have these, you can't see this, but eventually when I am not using green screen and I have a nice little backdrop for live stream and whatnot, I have all of my art books right here. And one of the biggest, thickest, most awesome ones is The Art of Blue Sky Studios.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just so sad because through the acquisition of 20th Century Fox, they shut down Blue Sky Studios. It was like, of course you did. You don't want any more competition. Like, you don't want another studio to manage. It's just very classic modern Disney. And so it's like, you destroyed the studio, but you're still carrying on the properties, which I guess is fine. But
it's the Blue Sky treatment.
Are we really asking for more of this? I'm not personally, but I'm sure people will go and see it and it will do fairly well. It just seems like after the first movie, I couldn't really tell you much what happens in the other. I know there's an earthquake in one of them, right? Like the fault line.
I just want to know, did they bring in the other animators, or did they give all the animators just like cut their jobs, or did they bring them into one of their other locations and actually make them
I
part
mean,
of
it's
the
been a few
team.
years since they cut them. I mean, these other animators are probably working on other projects, have moved to other studios. I mean, you say that and you would hope that, but at the same time, like Disney was making movies, Disney Animation, and they cut their legacy animators and they got rid of them. Like they talk about this in the D files. So if they can't even have this honor and legacy for their masters of animation to lead the new crew and like to teach and to mentor, like, why on earth do we think that they would bring people back? People were saying like there's a studio that's doing this. I noticed, let's see if I can pull up my mentions real quick. People are saying that it is Bardell Entertainment who animated the Buck Wild movie. So they're the ones doing that. So they found another studio to take over it. People are saying the animation looks different, looks off. I mean, obviously it's a different studio, but so there we go. We have Ice Age Boiling Point, February 5th, 2027. So,
Not too far away.
No, coming up. So we have that coming in February. We have Gato coming in March. I'm trying to just scan real quick. Oops. I'm not going to delay. But then, so we're on the miscellaneous animation section, and I'm just going to throw in Kingdom Hearts 4 because people are so excited for this. So we have Kingdom Hearts 4, and they're entering the world of Coco. So we're going to see Miguel, or we're going to see all these different characters, and then, so that's exciting. I remember reading something just recently talking about Michael Eisner. Like someone came and pitched this to Eisner, and it was like a real long shot. It was like, yeah, sure, whatever. And like they like ran with that, and this has ended up being like it like shouldn't have happened basically. But the way that it was pitched was just like a yeah, sure, like go, yeah, do it. And and here it is, like very popular franchise. Speaking of, we're getting Kingdom Hearts the series, which wow, this is going to be coming to Disney Plus, and I'm just shocked at this one because that could not have predicted them to be making this. So I'm going to see in the little press release if, okay. So Kingdom Hearts working title, an original anime series inspired by the globally beloved video game franchise, has been greenlit by the Disney Channel and Disney Plus. Hallelujah. 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 You know how I feel about Disney Plus. It is just a suck for these amazing projects that don't really get to see the light of day. And so having them, it's going to be this like simultaneous Disney Channel. Like I love that they're slowly bringing the Disney Channel back. Even though a lot of people don't have cable anymore, a lot of people actually do have cable. And for them to just have this place for their properties to just to broadcast and maybe in syndication, whatever. So smart. I'm just very, very happy that they're doing that. So it's developed in partnership with legendary video game creator Tetsuya Nomura. The series reimagines the iconic adventure with a brand new story that will expand on the universe of Kingdom Hearts while celebrating the characters that have captured the hearts of millions of fans around the world. It's produced by Disney Kids and Family in collaboration with Square Enix. And this is kind of the art that we're getting for this. So yay. It's cool because we're getting a series. It's based on a property that like, I'm okay with this being like, this is something that exists, but it's in a new format and I really like it. It's anime. I feel like this is just so out of left field for Disney that they know the popularity of anime. Anime over the past 10, 15 years has just gone bonkers. And so it's smart. Obviously the way that the games are, it's more of this anime style. So instead of like taking it more of a Western direction, they're just going to lean into that. And this is going to be so cool. I feel like this is one of the number one things that I'm most excited for, having played the game. So there we go. All right, let's go back to my list. So that's all we have for the miscellaneous animation category. We just have a few more here and there, but let's see what people are saying in the comments. All right. Jeremiah says, here's what I say about the new Ice Age without blue sky. Ugh, that is all. Yeah. And then he also says, so excited for the Kingdom Hearts Disney Plus series. I've spent many happy hours watching my siblings and uncle play, and I grew up reading the manga. Didn't know there was manga. So that obviously makes sense. So just, yeah, why would you not carry on this incredibly popular franchise? And lastly, he says, if it has a decent budget and it escapes the bad writing curse at Disney Plus, I am so seated. You know, I will say that anime typically, at least as far as I'm concerned, I know it has very decent budgets. They're able to produce really high quality animation on these lower budgets. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we're going to get something good there. All right. Next up, we have miscellaneous live action. And we're going to just kind of like breeze through this little section because this next one coming up, like you're just going to laugh. We have. Oh, okay. Oh, what? Oh, no. Sorry. Not miscellaneous live action yet. We have live action remakes. So we have Lilo and Stitch 2 coming summer 2028 and
so
featuring
okay. All right.
Featuring Angel. Angel is the girl Stitch, the love interest, the pink Stitch, who you see her all over the place, like on t-shirts, on merch in the parks. Like people love Angel. And so they're saying that this is an original concept. They're not really going to be taking like the series or, some of the sequels. They're going to go a new direction with this, which I'm fine with. I think that's a good plan.
Then why call it Lilo and Stitch 2? Like, why not make up a whole new movie? Like, give me a different title. Make me know that this is going to be different. That bugs. Because now I have no idea which one you're talking about. Is this the live action? Is this the like, I don't know.
They should have just called it Stitch. But the girl who played Lilo, you can see her right there in the middle. She's coming back. She was on stage to announce it. So they can't get rid of Lilo. She's going to age up. She's going to be a little older. And it says it's a sequel to the blockbuster film, which grossed over $1 billion at the box office in 2025. There's your answer, Chelsea.
Yes.
It's scheduled to begin production in Hawaii later this year under the direction. He was just involved as the voice of Stitch for this last one, but he's going to direct. Chris Sanders, who co-created, co-wrote, and directed the 2012 animated film. Chris Sanders on board is huge.
Okay. Yeah, that is.
Which puts a wrench in the Wild Robot sequels that was he slated to direct those? I know they're in production I don't know if he's typically not a sequel guy. Like he creates these amazing properties and like off he goes and then the studios just take him from there. He likes to jump and do new things. So obviously he's getting his paycheck both ways, this time directing.
I like it.
And obviously I want to know his royalties and his random gigs that he gets voicing Stitch all through the years.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Indeed. Okay. So there was a little teaser trailer about that, but I'm not going to show that one. And so next up I will show for this one, we have Tangled live action remake. My feelings on live action remakes, like why? If you're going to make it, we talked about this in a live stream I did a while ago, but there's kind of 3 different ways that you can take this. But on the one spectrum, it's like totally different, new. We're just vaguely referencing this film and maybe going back to the original source material, which is Cinderella. And the other side, not on the Disney side, but we have like How to Train Your Dragon, which is like shot for shot the same. The script is the same. There's like nothing different that we're doing here. And this seems to veer, at least the iconography and the visual image that we're getting more on a shot by shot similar. Mm-hmm. So a few weeks ago, we got leaked footage as they were filming in Spain, and that is the title treatment. And so I'll show you a clip from this, but we have Rapunzel, we have Mother Gothel, and then we have Flynn Rider and right there. So let me pull this up. I'm going to pull the little teaser that we got. Give me one moment.
I feel like it's just going to be very difficult to cast Flynn Rider in any case, but I don't think that they did it right.
No, it's hard. It's so hard.
It's going to be hard.
Like I said on the live stream, like the lore for this film is that they got all the women animators and anyone in production who was working on the film, and they had all these guys like Brad Pitt and Orlando Bloom, and they printed out all these heartthrobs, and they're like, go at it, ladies. And so I like the chin of this one and his eyes, and they just kind of like Frankenstein's the perfect man when they were creating. And so how can you live up to that? Right. Like,
Right.
This poor guy, he's like, oh, they can't just get my face right. They can't get my nose right. Like, I'm sorry that I'm a person and I'm not this like carved out of marble male god, Greek god, right? What can you do? So poor guy, he's getting a lot of hate, but like, I will wait and to see him in the role to see how he embodies the spirit of Flynn.
Right. Yeah.
So they're filming in Spain right now, obviously, because you got these cobblestone streets and like they put up all, you can see right here in this clip that I am sharing, like they put all this beautiful greenery and foliage on these old buildings. And so they, at least the things that have been leaked is where they're having the adventure in the city. And so here is our little clip that we got. Obviously very bad footage because it's just re-uploaded, but let's go. Oh, terrible audio.
D23 but we are busy filming in beautiful Spain.
What movie we're filming?
Tango!
Australian, huh?
In Anaheim right now. We thought we would bring España to you. We have been traveling throughout all of Spain.
It is beautiful.
Very beautiful.
Look how pretty that is. I love real sets.
Cathedrals, beautiful natural locations.
Anyway, some more with you in the coming months.
Until then, goodbye, D23. We love you.
Oh, we love you too. The Disney classic. And then here's the shot of the hair comes to life. I'm muting it because, you know, just PTSD of being flagged always.
I feel like her hair
is
because it was its own character in the original movie. I just feel like it's going to be difficult to make her hair as magical.
Oh, look who's here. Mother knows best. Oh, man. Okay. Oh, and she came out. Yes.
Oh.
So I always forget that lady's name. What is her name?
I always, when I see her,
Catherine Hahn. Catherine Hahn is Mother Gothel. She entered the stage to talk about Tangled, a live-action retelling of the 2010 animated film based on the Brothers Grimm fairy tale Rapunzel. They were also treated to a taped message, which we just saw by Rapunzel and Flynn, Tegan Croft, and Milo Manheim. Those are the two actors, and so it's filming right now. And as far as a release date for that, we got March 31st, 2028. So about a year and a half away, we're going to get that one.
There you go.
But what were you saying? You're saying I
always just think of How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days when I see her.
Oh.
She's just one of the friends in there. But she's in other things, obviously, but it's like the earliest thing I remember her in is that.
Yeah. Agatha All Along is kind of like the main one. She's the villain in that one. But yeah, I mean, I think she's great casting, and you know how I feel about live action remakes. I hate them.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I mean, are they going to bring Mandy Moore in as the queen? That's how it needs to be.
No, I feel like those seeds got leaked and I didn't see her, but maybe they need to bring her back in some sort of role.
They needed to have
it would have been cool to bring her back as Mother Gothel, but
not as Mother Gothel.
No,
as the queen.
Well, that's true.
Have her and what's his name that played
Levi.
Yeah, Levi, and have both of them, Zachary Levi, have both of them up as like the king and queen. I saw some fan pictures of that online. I was like, yes, please. Yes.
This episode is brought to you by Accenture. When your advertising operations fall out of sync, everything else follows. Spotify and Accenture are working together to reinvent the rhythm of ad sales, using automation, analytics, and smarter workflows to simplify campaign delivery and access better data across the business. The result? Less time spent on operations, more time connecting brands with the moments and fandoms that matter most. Learn more at Accenture.com/Spotify.
This episode is brought to you by Google Chrome. You think you know a browser, but Gemini and Chrome? That's new. It can help you with practically anything on the web, like restoring a vintage motorcycle from a 50-page restoration blog, or finally break down that long article you've had open for weeks. Gemini and Chrome is here for it. Ready to make anything online make sense? There's no place like Chrome. Check responses, setup required, compatibility and availability varies, 18+.
Okay, and the last, so that is all we have for the live action remakes right now. And let's go to our comments. Oops, wait. Pushing the wrong keys. And Jeremiah says, Sanders is writing the Wild Robot sequel, but not directing. Thank you very much. See, I love a good live fact check because sometimes when you're going live, you're like, all these things in my brain. I don't have time to sit here and delay the stream by, let me Google it. So thank you. And then he also says, Tangled looks really good so far. However, as Rachel Wagner keeps saying, animated movies do not need to be brought to life. Yes, I love Rachel. Yeah. Great friend of the show and film critic. I should have brought her on, but at this time she's for sure seeing a show. She is amazing, and she's always seeing different plays and movies. So, yeah, maybe we'll bring and talk about it with her a little later. But I love Rachel. Okay, yeah, it's like, do we need to bring does everything need to be reimagined? No. Are they going to keep doing it?
Yes.
Okay. All right, now moving on to the miscellaneous live action section. And we're done as soon as we get done with these next few things. But we have, I know you're excited, Chelsea, Rami and Michelle too. This is coming to Hulu in 2027. Did you ever see Rami and Michelle?
No, I didn't.
High School Reunion, is that what it's called? I didn't. I'm like, I'm aware of it. I feel like I've seen clips, but I'm like, this just feels so out of left field for like the Disney experience thing. Obviously, things we're not talking about. We're not talking about Marvel. We're not talking about Lucasfilm. There's a National Geographic we didn't talk about, but it's kind of funny to me. But yeah, so that's what we're getting there.
What is the name of Michelle, or the second one?
Heather, like Lethgrove. She's from Friends. I don't know.
No, right? Not her. The other one.
Oh,
not the one from Friends.
Let's see. Lisa Kudrow and Mira Sorvino.
No, that's not Mira Sorvino.
Well, it says on the press release that it is.
Oh, okay.
So this is 20th Century Studios, obviously, which they've purchased and folded in. So that's why we're getting Ice Age, and that's why we're also getting this one. So, but the one that people are shocked about is we are getting, look who it is, their little baby bump, Princess Diaries 3. So we had
I heard that Queen Clarice Rinaldi will not be appearing in this.
I heard that too.
I'm just like, I now feel much less desire to see it.
She said, I think my time to be on, it's a quote similar to, I think my time being on screen has passed, which is like,
that makes me really sad.
I know. So who knows the reason why, but I like the first one. Second one's okay. I didn't grow up watching the second one over and over, so I don't really have that affinity of people who like always did, but it's fun. It's like a fun movie, and seeing this one, it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, no, I'll
getting there. So we didn't really get a ton about it. So yeah, she was kind of kicking off everything. And then last one, I think this is kind of the last one that we're going to talk about everything, is February 17th, 2027. We're getting a 3-part mini-series coming exclusively to Disney Plus, which is called Oswald. And so Jon Favreau is he introduced it on stage. And he's the creator, writer, co-director, and executive producer of Oswald. Now, he's not the creator of Oswald. We know that
right.
Disney, but it's an all-new live-action animated hybrid series based on the classic character Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. They screened a clip for The Room. Now, I show a little bit of that. And when an earthquake releases Walt Disney's creation Oswald, who has been hidden away since the 1920s, a middle school boy and his friends try to help the cartoon rabbit navigate his way through the modern world. So, yeah, so that's a fun little
that
Disney
would be fun.
Everyone, I'm fine with Disney Plus, like occasionally doing things like this, and this kind of seems right up their alley. I'd love to see it also on Disney Channel. Why not do a special TV?
I like the fact that Jon Favreau is doing it. Like, he's often done a lot of really fun things, and that makes me happy for him.
Yeah. And they're saying that this is traditionally animated or 2D animated, but obviously it has this cell, like the shading that kind of makes it a little bit more CG. So it'll be interesting to see. as we get a little bit more about this. But you can't really see it right now, but Oswald stumbles into Walt's old office, and it's like, oh, tears.
Aww.
Walt, we love you. So we know how much Oswald created quite a mess for Walt Disney, and we never got to see Oswald come back into the family, but Oswald is back. So
that's nice.
That's what we got for everything. So that is the end of that chapter. I'm going to, we don't need to go back, but okay. So lots of movies, lots of remakes, lots of sequels, not a ton of remakes actually. Oh, last one that I didn't include. This is ancillary, but we're getting a stage musical spring 2027 for The Greatest Showman.
Oh, okay.
Not unexpected there. I mean, that one is like made for the stage. So
yeah.
So overall thoughts, what's your most looking forward to, what you're kind of met on, people in the comments as well. Let us know.
I mean, the Kingdom Hearts one looked really cool.
Mm-hmm.
There were a lot of movies that for me, I'm just like, yeah, sure, we'll see it. I don't have anything that's like really sparking my interest. But and all of the trifectas are just like, okay, I guess
you're doing it.
Of course. So there's a lot of those, but as far as like looking at the new things that are coming out, I actually thought Clay looked like I liked the concept art at least.
Mm-hmm.
And I liked we'll see about Gato. Gato has some things that I'm like, you have potential, but I don't know. And then even the Ghost Market one, I thought that one looked, that little clip at the end made it feel like, okay, let's see what you got for this.
Yeah, I think let me look at my list one more time. Kingdom Hearts anime series, that's going to be super cool. Tangled, I'm kind of like, we can see where they go with this, but overall, I don't like those things and I don't believe in them, right? Hexed, I'm getting curious about, which is good because it's coming out in a few months.
Yeah.
Clay kind of is like, okay, I still don't know enough about this movie. It's kind of a strange concept, but I'm curious. Incredibles 3, Coco 2, meh. Ghost Market seems, out of all the Pixar things, the most interesting to me. And yeah, so, and then the Oswald series. I think the Oswald one is just perfect for Disney Plus. So yeah, so I'd say most Kingdom Hearts anime series, surprisingly, and then the Oswald series. And if there's one movie that I'm looking forward to, Ghost Market. So let's go right before we wrap up. We had a few comments saying, like, what are you most looking forward to? And Matt Toronto on Twitter, or on X, we are streaming to X. There's 14 people watching live. So thanks for checking it out. Says, I'm not typically excited about sequels, but Incredibles is the exception for me, particularly since it is still written by Brad Bird. I can't help but feel Coco 2 is a mistake, though. Yep. And then I asked on Instagram, Alex Beavis says, interesting that most are sequels, but I'm looking forward to the Oswald series. And Tim says Frozen 3 and Gato. Cartoon Contender, who is Nick Spake, he says Kingdom Hearts, the series. And Dimitri says definitely Frozen 3. So we're getting a lot of Frozen 3 excitement and love. And then, yeah. So last comment before we go. This has gone a little bit longer because we're an hour over, but Jeremiah says the kindest thing I can say about the first two Princess Diaries is that they're meh. I know people love them, but to me, they're boring, clumsy, and they try to be funny, and they're not that funny. Meh. Yeah, so not for everyone, but quite an interesting slate of movies and projects that we are going to be getting. So yeah, thanks for joining me for this today, Chelsea. This was pretty fun. Hopefully we can see you on camera next time. And, there's always technology being technology, of course, ruin it for everybody. But this was really fun. So, of course, if you're listening to this on the podcast, obviously we uploaded this to the podcast feed. And we want to give a big thank you to all of our patrons who have joined over the past few months. You can go to rotoscopers.com/Patreon. to become a patron. That's where we have exclusive episodes. We have the Rotocast, which is our weekly call-in show, Ask Us Anything. We also have extended conversations that the episodes are ad-free, and there's probably anywhere from 5 to 30 minutes of extra discussion, shooting the breeze, our pre-show talk, just that you can have advantage of. So thanks to everyone who's supported the show, and we appreciate it. And that's all I have for today. Until next time. We are the Rotoscopers.
Yes, we are.
That's not your line. My line is, I will free the genie. Anytime.
Anytime.
You've been listening to the Animation Addicts Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe and be sure to leave us a 5-star review. We're available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and wherever you listen to podcasts. And if you want to help spread the word, be sure to share the podcast with your friends on social media. Just don't forget to tag us at Rotoscopers on Instagram and use the hashtag Animation Addicts. For all the links and full show notes for this episode, go to rotoscopers.com/podcast. Now, if you still can't get enough for your animation fix, be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube and visit rotoscopers.com for more animation news, reviews, and interviews. Thanks for listening.
At ZocDoc, we know being a healthy adult is like living in a video game. Every day has side quests, taxes, laundry, birthdays, and just when you're leveling up, you have to book a doctor. The insurance portal crashes, they put you on hold, your doctor doesn't take your plan, game over. We see you, so we made booking a doctor easy. Download ZocDoc, search by specialty, insurance, and availability. Book instantly, no cheat codes required. Find a doctor you love with ZocDoc.
Avatar: Fire and Ash is now streaming on Disney+. It's the film critics are calling the best Avatar yet.
Yeah. Go, 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 go!
A true epic and completely jaw-dropping.
This is the only pure thing in this world.
Return to Pandora on Disney+.
It will be an adventure for the whole fam.
And watch the Oscar-winning phenomenon at home.
This is sick!
Avatar: Fire and Ash, now streaming on Disney+. Rated PG-13.